Hey everyone, I hope you're all well. Today I'm talking about what to do, or what I do, when I lose my mojo. It happened probably 4 weeks ago. I was feeling a bit I'd kind of come through the operation, I was trying to get back into exercise and I just wasn't feeling it. And that was a first for me on the lean journey. And it was something that I was really keen to overcome quickly so that I didn't kind of slip back into old habits and undo all of my hard work. So I got quite deliberate about things, and the first thing I did was what I would call switch it up. So generally on a training front I will do weights and I will do HIIT workouts. And I decided that in order to kind of rekindle my mojo, I needed to try something different. So I set myself a challenge of running 100 kilometers over an 8-week period. And just by nature of the fact I'd set a challenge and it was something different to what I normally did, that gave me the impetus to get out there and give it a go. And at first it was tough and I had to dig deep. But the novelty of the running and the fact that, you know, it was challenging my body really got me into it. And now I'm sort of, 55 kilometres into that challenge and raring to get up and go for it. Another thing I did was to sign up for virtual medals so that I was getting rewards for the running that I was doing. And that really sets an incentive. It might be a park run that you do, you might sign up for a race, but just do something different to what you normally do. If you exercise indoors, get outside in the fresh air and do your HIIT in the garden, and that might just be the trigger that helps you to rekindle that mojo. The second thing I did was think about goal setting. So I had an 8-week period of time between when I lost my mojo and my impending holiday, and I thought about the things that I wanted to achieve during that 8-week period, broken down into small achievable goals set over that period of time. I wrote those goals down. I think writing them down is massively important so that you can refer to them every day and see how you're doing against that goal list. The third thing I did was get out one of my old dresses, one of the ones that I wore right at the start of my journey, and I put it on. And I recognised how big it was, and I could sort of pull it out here, and there was all this space in between the material and my tummy. And I went back, travelled back in time to the person that was wearing that big dress, and I thought about how I felt when I was wearing it, how I acted, how when I walked into a room full of people wearing that dress, how that impacted me when I felt self-conscious, when I felt I was the biggest person in the room, when I felt everybody was looking at me, when I felt that I couldn't eat because people would be thinking, oh, look at that fat cow over there eating all that food. So just that sense of what I used to feel, and then coming out of that and standing in my new clothes and thinking how I feel right now, and wondering what it would be like to go back. And again, just that kind of visualization exercise helped me to recognize how far I'd come and how I didn't want to let that go. And then it was the fourth thing was getting back to basics. So that was, making a real conscious effort, a deliberate practice as I call it, to drink at least 3 litres of water a day. That's an easy one to make sure that you stay on track. To plan my food for the week and to prep it like a boss on a Sunday. To plan when I was going to do my exercise and write it all down so that I could make sure that I was ticking it off each time I did it. 3 meals, 2 snacks, 3 litres of water, and my exercise. And 2 weeks of doing that practice deliberately got me back on track. The fifth thing was the self-belief, the self-affirmations, the being kind to myself, the telling myself that I could do it, I was doing it, it was worth it, and so was I. And constantly practicing those self-belief affirmations in a very deliberate way to get me back on track. So there it is, 5 tips for getting your mojo back if yours is gone. Mine has returned, it was simply on holiday. And if yours is on holiday, get those 5 things done and I'm sure it will come back. And I wish you all the very best with it. I'll speak to you soon.